This is my proposal with Sammy Bearkat. There's what I feel three important issues you'll have the most encounters with while selling your crop or produce at the Houston downtown market. The first topic I believe need to be addressed is food labeling. I feel this is important because, or the most important in selling your produce because you'll need to make sure to feel you need to make sure you need to label all ingredients that go into your end product and anything that may come in contact with, such as peanuts. An example I have is a case that it's been filed with the Circuit Court of Newport, Virginia, involving a woman who has a known allergic reaction to peanuts. She purchased a cookie from a deli that wasn't labeled in a manner that informed her of the cookie's contents of peanuts, and she was also not able to determine the cookie had any peanuts or peanut products at the time of her consumption of the cookie. The woman, who was also pregnant upon eating the cookie, went into anaphylactic shock and subsequently gave birth to a baby with birth defects. The baby later died at 12 weeks of age. She has now filed a lawsuit against the deli that sold her the cookie and the company that produced the cookie, and she's suing them for damages in excess of $20 million. The case goes to show, this case I feel goes to show without the right labels, you can be sued and possibly harm or end potentially someone's life. At the present date, there are 14 food allergens that must be indicated on to the source allergen whenever they or ingredients made from them are used in any prepackaged foods or alcoholic drinks. The list includes gluten, crustaceans, mollusk, egg, fish, peanuts, nuts, soybeans, milk, celery, mustard, sesame, lupin, and sulfur dioxide at levels above 10 milligrams per kilogram or 10 milligrams per liter expressed as SO2. Yet there are some exemptions to the food allergens listed previously because they are so highly processed they are no longer capable of triggering an adverse reaction. The list of these exemptions was published in Directive 2007-68 EC in November of 2007 and can be found with the link I give you in my report. Even though the exemptions are made, I would erase all doubt and put a may contain sticker on your products. That way nobody is potentially harmed. That'll better protect yourself from lawsuits that could rob you of not only your produce business, but if not set up properly, they could sue you and maybe your land and all other assets. The next issue I feel that is of great importance to your small produce business, given the previous issue is pesticides. There are two major statutes regarding pesticides. One is found in Title 7, Chapter 6, Subchapter 2, Environmental Pesticide Control in the United States Code. This statute is in place so that farmers such as yourself do not use pesticides on your crops that could be potentially fatal to the consumer, as well as any animals that may come in contact with the pesticide as it's on your crop. And those could be animals you don't intend to harm, such as deer or dogs, cats, whatever have you. This statute also goes to say which pesticides are totally illegal to use no matter what areas of pests you're trying to control, and as they will prove to harm your consumers no matter what you're preventing. It's also proven that these illegal pesticides can harm the water and land. Another statute set in place by Agriculture's Code of Texas, Title 5, Subtitle B, Chapter 76, Subchapter A, goes to show the regulations and rules of who may obtain the pesticides, who to obtain them from, how to handle the pesticides, and which pesticides are allowed for use in Texas. By knowing the correct pesticides and measures to obtain and use the pesticide, you'll be able to maximize profit and minimize costs of all the while providing the best possible produce at the market. Pesticides can be seen, I feel, as a type of crop insurance by deterring unwanted pests from destroying your produce before you're able to cultivate it and sell at the farmer's market. The final issue I feel that needs to be brought into light before you start selling your produce at market is a deal I found local food systems. term food system refers to interconnected processes that connect the complex spectrum of food production to food processing, consumption, and ultimately disposal. Local food systems is meant to denote the fact that there are a number of interrelated pieces that connect to make local food a component of the U.S. ag system. Sometimes the local food system could be referred to as a community food system. There are programs put in that offer grants to eligible entities for projects to establish, expand, or promote direct producer to consumer markets such as yourself under the Title VII, Chapter 63 of the United States Code. Under these programs, the purpose would be to improve and expand producer to consumer market opportunities. These programs, you would be eligible for grants, money to help out in the oncoming years to maybe expand crops or expand your storefront at the market. These programs would enable you to better provide fresh, nutritious, unprepared, locally grown fruits, vegetables, honey, and herbs to the Houston area. Another thing to consider would be with being a part of the local farm market is knowing what is acceptable produce to sell, what acceptable fresh fruits, vegetables, melons, and other raw agricultural products, including Christmas trees, cider, firewood, flowers, honey, potted plants, shrubs, and ornamentals, and vegetables and flower bedding plants. All these items I found on the Cooperative Extension Service document prepared by the University of Kentucky College of Agriculture titled Establishing and Operating a Community Farmers Market. I feel like if you further look into that, you can find everything you'll need to know about setting up and being conscious of your local food market. In conclusion, I believe that these three issues are going to be some of the major ones that we'll face from the process of growing your own produce to sell at farmers market. I believe that farmers markets are a viable direct marketing activity that provide ample variety, fresh quality, and reasonable price farm-raised commodities to consumers of all ethnic and economic backgrounds. Shopping at farmers markets is a delight for the senses, a medley of smells, tastes, textures, and colors, and creates a memorable experience that consumers enjoy returning to. I hope this helps you in your endeavor and benefits your business.